Hey guys, this is Gerald with you from Be Your Own Doctor, where we release a lot of videos to help you regain your health. In this video, we are going to discuss how the immune system protects us against the attack of a virus or a pathogen. So we all fall sick every now and then, right? Especially when the weather changes in particular causes colds and flus. It causes a lot of discomforts like a runny nose, headaches, tiredness, loss of appetite, and then after a couple of days or sometimes longer, we get better and we are back to health. Have you ever thought what is happening in the body? Why do we fall sick and then we get better? Let's find out. In the last video, I spoke a little bit about the immunity, the first and the second line of defense. In this video, I'm going to talk about that in detail. If you missed watching the first video, you can find the link in the description box below. Well, we all have some knowledge about the different modes of infection. You may get infected through direct or indirect contact, inhalation, ingestion, inoculation. But did you know your body has got barriers against each of these modes of infection? So that brings us to the first line of defense, which is also called the innate immunity. Innate simply means the natural barrier we are born with. For example, skin has its inbuilt antimicrobial activity in which the presence of high concentration of salt in the drying sweat and the fatty acids contribute. But the frequent use of sunscreen lotion, moisturizers, and other chemicals applied over the skin could damage the sebaceous gland and this great barrier. Your nose, mouth, and even the eyes are obvious entry points for pathogens. However, tears, mucus, and saliva contain enzymes that break down the cell wall of many of these bacteria. Sometimes these microbes are not killed immediately by the enzymes, but they are trapped in the mucus and swallowed. And then we have very fine hair-like structures called the cilia that's present over the inner wall of the windpipe or what we call as the airway. They move the mucus and trap particles and away from your lungs. Particles may be bacteria, dust, or smoke. Sometimes these microbes manage to reach the deepest part of the lungs. The deepest part of the lungs have these air pockets called the alveoli. These microbes that reach the alveoli are eaten by the special set of cells called the phagocytic cells present there. The inner lining of your gut also produces mucus to trap invading pathogens. When you take a look at the stomach, the acids present there also kill the microbes. We have beneficial friendly bacteria growing over the skin, in our bowel, and other places in the body, such as mouth and the gut, that stop the other bacteria as well. So that's about the first line of defense of what we call the innate immunity. What about the second line of defense, which is also called the acquired immunity? It's called as acquired immunity simply because we develop this kind of immunity as we grow up. In case the disease-causing microbes get past your first line of defense, they get into the body, your bloodstream, and your cells. At this point, your second line of defense kicks in and fights back to destroy the pathogens causing infection. So the second line of defense is a group of cells, tissues, and organs that work together to protect the body. The cells involved in the second line of defense are called the white blood cells or leukocytes, which seek out and destroy any disease-causing microbes or substances. Like the different types of commandos that attack through air, land, and sea, there are different types of white blood cells. Each of these cells have a specific function, but they all work together to protect us. Let's take a look at some of these guys. Neutrophils are cells designed primarily to attack bacteria. They are like the pawns on a chessboard who move first in the fight. Neutrophils contains various enzymes. These enzymes are activated when the infected cells call for help by releasing their toxic content. All these substances present in the neutrophils make it a powerful and an effective killer machine. The next set of cells are called the T helper cells. Like a boss, they give instruction to other cells by producing signals. Each T helper cells only look out for one type of pathogen. Many T helper cells are needed to watch for many different diseases or invaders. So you know what? The number of T cells in a body varies between 500 and 1500 cells per cubic millimeter of blood. And we have another crusader in the team called the cytotoxic T killer cells. You know what they do? They punch holes in the walls of the pathogenic cell so that the content oozes out and they are destroyed. Part of the second line of defense is a massive eater called the macrophages. These cells eat or clean up the mess of dead cells. We do have another set of guys in the team who work as spies. We need them in the defense, right? So we have these guys called the dendritic cells. They keep a close watch if there is an invader and then present evidence of the invader to the T cells. We also have the specialized B cells to amp up the whole fight. These cells are the ones to produce antibodies, which look on to the invading pathogen and kind of handcuff them until a giant eater, the macrophage, consumes them. Interestingly, B cells do have memory and can respond quickly following a second exposure to the same microbe. Now, when the infection is gone, the immune system needs to be calmed down. Otherwise, the killer cells may keep killing. The suppressor T cells are the ones to slow down or turn off the immune system to prevent damage to the good cells. Well, this is going to go on and on, so that's the wide range of our immune system. So this is exactly what we go through every single day, that our immune system keeps continuing to protect us. However, there are times when our immune system loses the battle or sometimes get confused and begin to attack the healthy cells of the body. This is probably because the contagion is so virulent, but the most common reason we don't have a sound immune system is our poor lifestyle practices. That's right. In the next video, I'm going to talk about top 10 factors that cause destruction to the immune system. So friends, if you have any topic that you want me to discuss, please let me know in the comment box and I'll do that. If you like the video, do share it, subscribe to the channel, and forget not to click the bell icon and do like it. I'll see you soon. Much blessings.